Those Miami, Oklahoma State, and Tennessee Tech fans you're seeing around Bloomington are in town for this weekend's NCAA women's basketball tournament. For the second straight year, Indiana is hosting the first two rounds. But as Pat Bean reports, for the first time ever, they'll be doing it as the #1 seed.
We will reveal our 116 matchup.
That the Indiana women's basketball team earned its first #1 seed ever was pretty much a given. After all, the Hoosiers went 27-3, won their first Big Ten title since 1983, and are currently ranked #2 in the nation.
We had a pretty good idea that we'd be probably a 1 seed, but I think to actually see it, on the big screen, actually see that #1 next to our name, it's something that looking back on it, I never, might not have thought was possible.
When Berger arrived on campus 5 years ago, the Hoosiers had been to the tournament just twice since the turn of the century. Since then, they've made the last 4 NCAA fields. They've gone to the Elite 8 and the Sweet 16 in the past 2 seasons.
It's really, special, like I say all the time, just to see where we came from when I, first got here in 2018 to where we are now. It's definitely, one of those moments where it kind of feels surreal.
Berger has been instrumental in the Hoosiers' rise to the top. She's second in scoring, first in assist, and arguably the heart and soul of the team.
5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, she believed. And this program, she believed in me and the vision. And for that, I'll always be grateful because that's what it takes.
If Berger is the heart and soul, the team gets its strength from 6'3" All-American forward Mackenzie Holmes. The senior averages 22.3 points and 7.3 rebounds a game to lead the Hoosiers and was named the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Year. She helped IU to a 16-2 record in the conference and its first title in 40 years. And it comes in a year when the Big Ten is really good. A record 7 teams from the conference made the NCAA field, including a pair of #2 seeds and a #3 seed.
And obviously the Big Ten is, I think, the best conference in the country, so we're going against tournament-ready teams every single night. So I think that helps us along with our past experiences in the tournament as well.
This will be IU's 5th tournament appearance in 9 years under Morin. It would be 6, but the 2020 tournament was canceled due to the pandemic. She also guided IU to a WNIT title in 2018. Morin became the school's all-time winningest coach this season, and IU's next win will be her 200th at the school. But she's eager to get the tournament going and not taking anything for granted.
There's only 68 teams that get selected year in and year out, and to be selected first, but also to get that #1 seed, which has never happened in this program, is both thrilling, but we're very humbled by it and just grateful for the opportunity that's ahead of us.
That opportunity could lead to a first NCAA title for Indiana. Morin says it's up to the Hoosiers as to how far they go in the tournament.
Because of the balance, because of the talent, because of their competitiveness, how businesslike they approach each game, that, the sky's the limit for this group.
For Indiana News Desk,
McNeil for 3.
I'm Pat Bean.
We're joined now by Amy Matheny, a member of IU's only other Big Ten championship team back in 1983. Welcome to the show, Amy.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been 40 years since the last Big Ten title for the women. Did you think it would take this long to see another one?
No. We've been waiting a long time, and when we realized it was 40 years, actually one of my teammates was like, it's biblical. It has to happen this year. So.
Terry Morin certainly seems to have built a program that can sustain success at IU.
Terry has done it the right way. And, when she came in, she was very clear that this isn't going to happen overnight. And I hope people can see, we live in a culture that wants instant success. But if you want sustained success, like Coach Morin has done, right? I think we're 7 or 8 years into over 20 wins a year. You have to do it the right way. You have to build a culture, right? Not just a team, but you have to build a culture that sustains itself year in and year out.
Absolutely. How neat is it to see the program now at the point where 10,000 fans for a game is not out of the norm, and they even sold out the season finale?
Yeah, I don't have words to express it. I would have given anything to play in front of a crowd like this. I had said that, I think our Big Ten championship game, we played at home against Ohio State. This was exactly 40 years ago March 11th, actually. One of my teammates remembered the date. And we had, I think, 25 to 3,000 fans, which was the biggest crowd we had. And we thought that was great. But, we also over the years had seen what the men could do. And we just knew if women had got the opportunity for people to see the kind of game that they played, they would like it. And I think, Terry's put a coaching staff and a team together that, I'm on the board of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. And so, the average age is about a decade older than me. And these are guys that have been watching basketball forever under the Coach Knight era, defensive first, move the ball, be smart. And I mean, they're texting me, they're emailing me going, this women's team is amazing. Like, they're fun to watch. I say they're like watching a clinic sometimes. They're so smart. They do things the right way. You just have to cheer for them. They're great kids. They really are.
Coach Morin says the sky's the limit for this team. How far in the tournament do you see them going?
Well, I tell you what, that number 2 overall seed was earned this year, and a healthy team, it always takes a little luck and you never know, but we're built to, as Terry said, the sky's the limit because we're a defensive first team, so we can get stops when we need to. We have multiple people. So if we're healthy across the board, we can beat this team can compete with anybody.
Amy, thank you so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. Thanks for covering the women.
Absolutely.